Hello and welcome to the Game and Scotch podcast / show. My name is Aiden. I'm joined today by Dan the Younger.
Hello.
Dan the Elder.
Good day.
And Garrett the Brother.
Garrett the Brother.
Brother Garrett.
The brother.
Well met, sir.
Well met.
Who's the
like
Luigi
the friar
and
haircut.
who's the Mario? In
What?
your, who's the Luigi and who's the Mario?
Do you really
in
have to
your
ask?
relationship?
Dude, I'm the fat, short guy. I'm Mario. He's the tall one.
You're the Wario.
Aiden,
I am greedy.
Aiden does things classic, and I don't do things.
I'm scared of ghosts, and
Nobody gives me my own campaign.
Damn. It's okay. You'll have your year. Your year of the
yeah,
Luigi.
the year of Garrett.
That's all I want.
Mario is missing on the Super Nintendo.
That's
true.
Featured Luigi.
Yeah, that was
game
Luigi's
the
game.
tits. It was
Shit.
So good.
I think are you the only one that thinks it's the tits?
I
Mario
liked
was
to
missing?
learn.
Mario
I
has
love
tits.
learning.
I love learning.
I love when the Mario
It was-
teaches me things.
It was Mario crossed with Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego. That was fucking great.
Huh.
I was like 8.
Well, I'm
when it
happy
came
for
out.
you.
Did
That's
we
really
ever
great.
find out where Carmen Sandiego was?
Okay, I'm gonna do the intro. Okay, so if you guys haven't tuned in before, this is a show where we combine gaming and drinking, and today we're drinking the Wumpa from the Crash Bandicoot series. Well, it's technically a peach margarita. We had some tequila, peach schnapps, and
Cranberry and lime.
Cranberry and limes.
There you go.
It tastes okay. There's a lot of ice. I just kind of wish it was a little more slushy, but it
It's
tastes
pretty
really
good.
Yeah.
Yo, cheers.
What?
Yeah,
Cheers.
cheers, everybody.
I think we've all
Well,
drank from it already, but
Garrett's
fuck
like,
you.
well.
Oh, damn it,
don't
I didn't
know.
get
Fuck
you.
Cheers.
Well, I mean, like, no, it's melted mostly.
Oh, that's a good crunch. I really hope the audio
That's
picked it
really
up.
Well, that is
Really
actually
good.
really nice.
It's really refreshing.
It is.
I feel refreshed.
Links
feel
in the
fancy.
description.
In this hot ass.
Yeah, I
room.
can. Well, if you guys, I'll put the ingredients down though. It's not a complicated drink, but I'll put the ingredients in the description.
People have to make this at home.
Yeah.
Drink
And it's
along
not-
with us.
Yeah.
It'd be cool if we
Pause
did some
the
sort of,
video
like,
right
you could
now.
send like
Go make
photos of what you've made, and
Yeah, that actually.
I wonder how we
sweet.
could do that.
We'll respond with harsh criticism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
Your drink is shit and you should feel
If
bad.
it looks shitter than ours, then it's really bad.
Yeah.
Cool. So we are talking today. I think we have a couple things we want to talk about, but I think we primarily want to explore Kickstarter campaigns, especially with the upcoming update of No Man's Sky, or some people like to call it No Guy Bye.
Only sometimes though.
But now only
Now
some
only
guys
some
sometimes
guys
buy.
And ladies, too.
And ladies too
No
sometimes.
guy by.
No.
Guys, some guys buys. But I guess we want to talk about, the whole, the culture of Kickstarter campaigns. Because it used to be, you would fucking hear so many Kickstarter campaigns dropping and, come support our channel, this and that and that and that. And, games like Shovel Knight are, a victory.
Yeah.
That game's legendary. I think it's
Beautiful game.
it's dropping its last DLC thing. It was,
Yep.
Is it still going?
They're still making content for it.
What's his name? King Knight, I think, was the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know they did this. What was it, Spectre one?
Well, they had Spectre Knight, and then they had Plague Knight.
Okay.
And they're great DLCs. Plague Knight was awesome.
Yeah.
He throws potions and stuff. And
I still
then
have to
Spectre
beat that
Knight's
game.
I hear a lot of people referring to him as the Tony Hawk of Shovel Knight, because he does these rail grinding cool
for real?
slashes and
That's so
stuff.
cool.
Is
Yeah.
he doing 900 though?
I don't know. I don't even know what that is.
Does he do a big flippy flip?
Oh, sure.
Was that a game that greatly surpassed their goals? Or?
Oh yeah. Oh, it greatly surpassed their
Gee.
goals, and then greatly surpassed the reviews, and it became kind of I think it kind of was the precursor to people supporting Kickstarters without fully knowing what they are. They kind of come out saying this is what we're trying to do, and people are like, fuck yeah, and then they pool money into it.
The
Then
rare-
I think that
Yeah.
title has to go to Star Citizen.
So for those curious,
They've been working on that for 10 years.
do you think that'll
and
ever come out?
I don't know.
Look at that.
They're
That's crazy.
making
Yeah.
something. We'll have to fact check how much Star Citizen has made in that amount of.
I'll
But
check
it's
right
it's
They
now.
a beta, isn't it?
quadrupled their goals.
Yeah,
Are people
yeah.
playing it?
Oh yeah, yeah.
People are
People
playing
are
it.
spending hundreds of dollars on individual ships.
Yeah, my friend bought a real expensive ship on that, but now they've added some gameplay
Yeah.
stuff to it now.
What
Before
do
it was
you
just
mean,
you could
gameplay?
go in your hangar and look at your ship, and that was kind of
But you
it.
couldn't-
But now there's I think there's dogfighting and shit now.
Yeah,
or something.
yeah, there is something.
But
like that.
for what was interested for Shovel Knight, it had a goal of $75,000, and it got over 14,000. Sorry, close to 15,000 backers and raised $311,000.
Isn't that small compared to other Kickstarters? Can you look up ukuleles?
Oh, yeah,
I think
yeah.
that was huge.
Okay.
311.
That game was fucking massive.
That
Really
like
kicks-
quadrupled its goal though.
It did.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah.
Well, I'm guessing probably a lot more people gave it money too once it came out to do like the DLC and shit. Wow.
Yeah, look at that.
Look at that
Isn't that
shit.
insane?
So Ukulele got 73,000 backers and got £2 million worth of money.
Why isn't that game legendary?
Fuck.
They had all of the.
Why is it such a shit game?
You had $2 million.
You know what's really upsetting is that game opens up so great, and then it just kind of like has this decline of quality. It's like
You
the
know
game.
why? Because it's a game that would have been good in 1998. Released in, what, 2016 it came out?
Yeah, 16. Yeah.
And so the sensibilities just aren't the same anymore. It probably would have
Hey man,
printed money.
The platformer genre in 1990s were my favorite games,
No,
and I played this game, and it just wasn't to the polish or the the quality of the games like Banjo-Kazooie, Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
It's lacked a lot of the same charm. I
Yeah,
guess.
well, it definitely had the charm, though.
at the start, is what you're saying.
Yeah, and then it just faded, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it opens great. Like the first world is really great, and then you go to the next world and it's okay, and the next one it kind of just declines. It's like, did they run out of money or run out of ideas or? But it's like it was what they said it was gonna be, right? Mm-hmm. So I think people had too high expectations and they got this kind of mediocre product.
Yeah.
That's kind of what happened with me, and I keep going back to that game, hoping to have a different perspective.
That's the problem with I think Kickstarter's great for like obviously funding projects and stuff, but I feel like games in general, like we've seen it with No Man's Sky, where they're fantasy projects where you can sell someone on the idea and not
the execution.
mechanics. Yeah, it's the execution that really matters though in the end. So
For
I
sure.
feel like Kickstarter is such a sketchy area for.
Didn't that happen with you with Absolver too? Like, wasn't that game?
No, I had curbed my expectations once I found out it was like a team of 6.
Oh, I
okay,
see.
yeah.
Okay.
Once you
Well, that's
find
the same with
that,
Hello
you're
Games
like-
with No Man's Sky. That was a small team.
Right, and that's what I was
Yeah.
like when No Man's Sky was coming out. I was like, okay, this sounds really dope. I looked into the team. I'm like, they made that bike.
Joe
game.
Danger.
Yeah, they made that bike game. So I was like, this is such a jump. Like,
Yeah.
Google it. You're like,
Well-
okay, they still only have like 8 people on the team. It's probably not going to be the infinite end-all game.
Yeah.
Like,
I was embarrassed. I'm embarrassed after the game came out because I was like, this is
Yeah.
going to be the
No,
game
you
to
and
end all
everybody else, though,
games.
yeah.
And
It's fine.
and then I
God.
picked out full price and I was like,
They
I think 4 hours
overpromised
in, you're
big
like,
time.
this is all you do. This is the game.
Yeah.
And I revisited it. So I got rid of my copy and I got a new one because they've promised like these like free updates. And they have come out with free updates.
So you haven't learned anything.
No.
Promises.
I just want it to be what they promised it to be. I think it's such an amazing idea for a video
No, and
game.
I'm sure like Sean Murray, I'm sure he does too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not an evil guy.
I feel bad for that guy, man. Like he's got so much flack, but like he's kind of promised things that
He
didn't
said
come
a
out.
lot of
He
shit.
said a lot
Like,
of shit.
He was
but
told
I wonder.
to just agree with everything anyone asked.
Somebody would
So
ask
he's-
her,
he's
so
a
is there
guy-
multiplayer? Uh-huh.
Well, at the end,
Can I play at the horse seat? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anything
sure,
you
if you
want.
ever-
Aquatic, why not?
Well, he's
call
kind of
them
like
right
the
after putting the
algorithm.
game.
Who knows what could happen?
Voters are just like putting things on boards endlessly. And just like,
Sean, stop, please, God.
And do you think it was Sony like putting him into these situations too? Like,
Yeah, no, it's
because
definitely
Sony
corporate level,
backed it
I
up,
think,
right?
yeah.
I'm sure. I don't know.
the hype is insane. Agree to anything anybody asks.
When
And
all
then when
you
the game
made is
came out, they're
Joe
like, "Oh,
Danger, like there's a lot of fucking pressure to make something when you promise like, oh, it's got fucking infinite possibilities. You can do anything you want, and it's like, can you?
Careful what you say.
Yeah.
It's funny how that happens to certain games. Like working at video game store for years, they that happened with Too Human on the 360.
I remember
yeah,
that.
I remember that game.
Yeah. And I hadn't seen a game turn around from like pre-orders and oh my god, it was gonna be the first in a massive series, and then like 2 days later, all the copies that we sold
What
there
happened?
got traded back in. It was just shit.
It was just
The
people
yeah,
just realized it was bad.
yeah, the game mechanics were bad. The story
Wow.
was bad.
Wow.
And I lived in the city where the game was made, and that was extra depressing because a lot of people bought it because it's like, oh, it was made in St. Catharines, Ontario, and now the studio Silicon Knights is gone.
Shit.
Wow, because of that game. Wow.
Yeah, and
That's
so
too bad.
And same thing happened with No Man's Sky. How many stacks of this game did we have in back stock?
I
Yeah.
think like everybody
Traded
gets so angry, but we have to remember that these are people trying to make livelihoods. You know, like they put
Oh, yeah.
they put like hundreds of hours of manpower into it, and they want to make this idea for a product, and it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
That's like people's jobs. You know, like you watch that indie game movie thing, like them talking about like
Yes.
Super
There's a lot lot of
people, and
pressure.
like, holy crap, their lives were just turned around to make this one game.
mean,
I just can't imagine like a product failing.
You saw Phil Fish. Like, I know he's a meme.
Oh,
that, like,
he's
he's a fucking asshole. But,
oh,
like,
he's just,
I can't imagine the amount of pressure, like,
With
to
Fez
put out.
and-
Yeah. That's, like, people were waiting for that game for so fucking long.
Yeah.
Well, that
And
game
then-
also was like people were just hyped
Yeah.
from the first time they saw it. So I think that just grew his ego.
And it was a
then-
good game, too.
yeah,
Like,
it was a great game. I still play it. I love
He's
it.
just a... I don't know.
He's a crazy guy.
He's a little bit.
He's a little neurotic, I think, and the same with the guy that makes Braid and what was that other game?
Yes.
What's-
Witness.
yeah, Witness and
Justin,
Braid. But those
yeah.
games are well done.
But,
But,
he,
he's an
Jonathan
asshole.
Blow. Yeah, he's a
remember-
little bit of an ass.
He was coming out on Twitter being like, "These people aren't playing my games properly."
Yeah,
or-
he would comment on fucking review
Yeah.
channels and just be like, "You're fucking stupid. Like, you don't
Which
understand
is
the
like,
game."
on
Yeah.
one hand, it's like, yeah, it's amazing you're so passionate about your product, but like on the other hand, it's like, games are like a. It's
an
all
open for
perception, right? It's
interpretation.
just
Yeah,
like
for sure.
if
Any
I
art.
see your game as a certain thing, like I say it that way. You can't come back and say no, that's wrong.
Yeah.
You're like, well, that's
Yeah.
like watching a movie, being like that's good or bad. You
Yeah.
know, it's
Like, this is giving the guy way too much credit, but he's like gaming's Kevin Smith. Like, Kevin Smith, if he sees a bad review, he goes online. He's like, this movie's not for you. It's for a specific set of people.
oh, that's the same with
Zack
Zack Snyder with those Batman movies, man.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
like, I made it for the comic book fans, and then the comic book fans are sitting there like, what? What the fuck?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? So yeah, going back to No Man's Sky, I think they did the right thing with the PR. Like they came out, they had like a lot of backlash, and they were silent. They didn't
Yeah.
say anything.
Yeah.
And then I don't know when the game came out. I think it was like
Ooh,
maybe check it out. It's been a couple years, and now they've come out with all this free stuff, and they're releasing it on the Xbox. I think that's such a brilliant way to kind of like keep your game alive because it's just. You know what? People don't like it.
Wow.
Stay quiet.
Yeah.
Don't respond.
Yeah.
So it's been 2 years
been
almost
2 years,
since
yeah.
it came out. August 9th, 2016 was when it first came out.
Yeah.
And it was sitting at,
5
right now
out of
on
10.
Steam, 5 out of 10.
It
So,
might change.
yeah, I remember that was a huge thing for Steam refunds was like everyone was fucking refunding that game.
Yeah.
Which is like,
Huge.
I mean, that sucks to have like your game come out and just everyone's just giving it back. So
I'm just surprised that they're still supporting their game. I thought it was
Well,
dead.
it's like when you go to
Yeah.
a movie and you've been hyped up for it, and then it's like
Yeah.
a decent movie. It's
Yeah.
gonna seem like a lot shittier. You know?
that's true.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah. They had a lot of higher expectations than they could
Yeah, but
definitely
it's
deliver.
it's on their own fucking. Like they did this themselves, and the fact
Yeah.
that they even get a second chance, like that's good.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Yeah, I
Especially
think they
being
handled
released on
it
another
well.
platform too. Like that's
Yeah.
huge.
So what exactly is going to be
'Cause
in?
the hype
Yeah,
still,
maybe look that
the
up real
hype
quick.
still impresses the corporate world.
I know-
Like, people are still talking about this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. Like my biggest complaint about the game was that there was always like this like drive to get you to go to the next planet, and I was like, I kind of want to hang out here and like build something, and they
Yeah.
didn't have that. Now that it looks like they do, you can actually build stuff and like actually have a home planet that you can teleport back to. Because like even like you mine on a planet for a certain amount of time, these like robots would come after you, being like, okay, you've mined too much, you gotta like kind of leave.
Yeah,
And I'm like, I hate that.
It was limited loops. It was
Yeah.
just like A equals B equals C equals A.
Yeah.
And then you keep doing that.
Yeah. But it looks like they've added like you can actually drive vehicles on planets now.
Cool.
There's actually a creative mode, kind of like what Minecraft has, so you can actually build stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's super cool. I think I'm gonna give it another try
Yeah.
because I do like the idea of the game, and I like all the stuff they've said about the updates. I think I'm gonna definitely keep my expectations low.
Yeah.
Unlike last time, but like I found it used for $10. Like, why not?
Yeah.
Why not play it for $10? Xbox has to pay $60.
Yeah, see, I'm that sucker. If I want
Yeah.
to play it, I want to play it. And I wonder how many it's going to sell on the Xbox because, like, if you're in the know at all, then you've known all the bullshit that the game's already gone through. Are you going to drop $60 on a solid maybe? So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
At work, I've had customers come in and they're freaking hyped for this game.
That's
And I
cool.
was like, what?
Yeah.
They're like, dude, I can't wait for that No Man's Sky to drop an Xbox. The fuck?
Yeah.
Really?
It's very interesting. Like people
And that
even
made me look at it. I was like, okay, what are they adding? And I was like, oh, that is super cool.
Yeah, we even had people like before they even were going to go into like this huge update. They were defending the game just because like they I guess understood it was like a really small team or whatever. And
Fight as a pirate or wingman?
yeah,
I want to be a pirate.
that's gonna be sick actually.
Oh, dude, I want to be a pirate.
you can
Team up
be
with a
my
small
wingman.
group of friends to explore the universe together or join with random travelers online. That's
That's
sick.
really cool.
That's super cool.
So it's finally, like meeting the expectation that was like for the multiplayer or
Help
Yeah,
us
whatever.
stay
you know
alive.
how depressing it is to find out the online is just you found somebody and they're a glowing ball.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fucked
What
up.
the
And
fuck?
like, and Sean Murray never expected that to happen because the universe was so massive. And then someone released a video like, "Oh look,
Within like 14 hours
yeah."
of the game release.
Sean's
yeah.
like, "What? That wasn't supposed to happen.
You'll never find him.
You'll
It'll
never find
happen.
anybody. This.
Oh shit.
Oh jeez." Which is why it's like, why haven't we found aliens yet?
Yeah. You'll never find them. Oh, my god.
Yeah, we found them.
But yeah, it actually looks pretty interesting. Like, this apparently help friends stay alive or prey on
Changing the
others.
space bios because I remember it not being great. Race exocraft across weird alien trains. Okay, so they're adding racetracks.
Wow. That's kind
Now
of cool.
this is pod racing.
Now this is pod.
They saw
racing.
GTA 5 and were like, we could do that.
What was his name?
Sebulba.
Sebulba, yeah.
Fight as a part. Build shelter or complex colonies together to share with your team. That's kind of cool, actually.
Yeah, that's super cool.
So this kind of sounds almost like, I mean, from what I've played
visual
of like
overhaul.
those
Is this
survival
update out or is it
online
come out
games.
when it comes out on the Xbox?
Because
Because like when I re-downloaded my No Man's Sky, there was a huge update. So I wonder.
It doesn't say anything about the wonky alien.
It's available
life,
digitally
so-
for July 24th. So tomorrow.
Wow. Okay.
We're
so it's
recording
coming.
on the 24th. I mean the 23rd of July.
Yep.
So I guess it's out tomorrow.
Timestamp.
So
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. I'm excited for it. I hope it does well. And honestly, like, because at the same time, it's their reputation as well. Like, I'm sure they got a fuckload of flack from their initial release, and just the fact that they didn't communicate anything very well probably would mean really bad things for them in the future with making games and shit. So I'm glad that they're sticking it out and making, you know, something better of a shitty situation.
It's impressive. Yeah, usually this is the type of thing that closes a studio.
Oh,
yeah.
The
definitely.
team breaks up and
well, maybe
yeah,
the success of Joe Danger probably kept them
that's true. Yeah.
make a third one.
Joe Danger was huge. That was actually a great game. I
love
loved
that game.
it.
Yeah.
No, that's why Sean Murray was like, I can do my game.
Yeah,
He's like,
because
I
I
have all this
made
money
a game
now.
for them. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, when I first got my PS3, all that I had on it was Joe Danger because like I didn't like want to spend money on any other games
Oh,
for
for
like
sure.
the longest time, and that shit actually kept me entertained for a while. It was a fun game.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is interesting to see how they went from Joe Danger to fucking space and
Yeah, we're having the whole
infinite
pie.
worlds. Eat the cake too.
Yeah.
Yeah, a game that you could program on a phone to. Not that Joe Danger isn't impressive.
Are you kidding me? The graphics in that game is fucking crazy. Infinite possibilities. in Joe
Infinite
Danger.
possibilities.
Set up a
Now
whole
it's got
phone.
ground. Now it's got ground racing.
Oh my god.
So I guess what do you guys think of Kickstarter campaigns, and have you ever supported one?
I've run one.
You've run
before.
one?
It
Oh,
was
really?
an Indiegogo campaign for
For
my
what?
own for my YouTube channel, and it did all right. It's hard to get.
This is your travel blog.
yeah for my.
Do you want
my
me
old
to
travel.
plug it?
You can.
I'll plug it. Check it out, dudes. On the
Description.
description below.
Click on Dan's.
It's a traveling career with disabilities.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's,
know.
it's
Our boy here is
legally blind.
legally blind,
yeah.
not blonde.
Not
Legally blind.
Legally
Blind
blind,
and
yeah.
blonde.
But it's no, it's about like living and traveling with a disability.
Yeah,
but
it's amazing.
so it was interesting running this, and the weird thing is, as soon as I started one, then all these like vultures came came out of the woodwork.
Like you
and
were
they're-
seeing like other channels like
Well,
similar
it
to that,
was
or-
people who were like, oh, we noticed that you're doing a crowdfunding thing. We can help you gain like. It was just really weird. It seemed like people trying to jump on the back of my my campaign. So a lot of them, I think, as soon as they start, they crash.
Yeah.
And nothing gets off the ground. And there's some weird shit up there too.
Oh yeah.
But
it's with Kickstarter campaigns, it's really hard to get people to give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like I went to film school and like everybody that was doing short films or doing Indiegogo campaigns, and they all failed.
Yeah.
Because it's just people either give a shit or they don't.
Yeah.
When they don't, you're not going to see $1.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
if they
that's true.
do, like you see, like Ukulele and Shovel Knight, those get like
big
crazy
money.
amount of
It's
money,
funny how like something can resonate or like it just doesn't.
or it doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I guess
Well,
it's
even
how
like
you sell it,
sharing
right?
stuff on YouTube, like sharing like our content on YouTube, like it's really hard to get people to click, like
Yeah.
to give a crap.
People
You have to
value
tell
their
your
time and their
friends.
money a
Yeah.
lot,
Oh yeah.
especially in this day and age with how much like
I ain't griping
shit
no
there
one.
is
I'm
to
just
see.
saying. It's really hard. No, even like with me, like when I see like peers and stuff like at putting like trying to plug their stuff, it's really hard. Not hard, but like sometimes I just scroll pass it. It's like nothing against them. It's just
Yeah.
there's a
Yeah.
lot of content these days.
Yeah, there's a lot of noise.
Yeah, lots of noise.
Like and
And
subscribe.
you feel
Like and subscribe.
I feel like
Subscribe to our noise.
We're noisy.
We have the best noise.
you found it. Good job.
Yeah.
So Dan, what do you think of Kickstarter campaigns? Have you ever supported one? Have you ever had one?
I've actually never had one, and I've never supported one.
Wow.
Mainly just because like I have very low faith in a lot of things, and I see shit, and I'm very skeptical of pretty much anything. So it's like, you know what? I don't got a lot of money to throw around, so I'm gonna just keep it to myself until there's a finished product.
comes out.
And you know what? Maybe I'll spend an extra it'll be $15 more than it was initially, but at least now I'll know how I have a really good product. That's why I don't put money towards pre-orders most of the time or any of that sort of shit. It's just like I'd rather just see how it does, and if it's worth my time and worth my money, then I'll put it towards. And that is kind of a shitty way to look at it sometimes, because you also want to support new studios doing bigger things and that sort of thing. But honestly, I don't know. I'd rather just have a finished product in front of me before I give anybody my money.
Oh,
right?
100%.
Well,
They can
that's a
market,
good
they can
point.
market
Yeah.
it too properly.
And as of recently, there's just been so many shitty fucking Kickstarters and stuff. Like, it's such a gamble now to put your money towards anything that
Well, so
is
much
not
has
done.
failed.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
like, how do
You hear these stories
your
of games
money
just
doesn't come
taking the
back.
money and running.
You've
Yeah.
literally given people money.
Yeah.
And like you've given them your faith. Like you're like, I promise that you're going to put this to good.
Here's
Yeah.
$20.
Yeah,
Like,
you're an investor.
Yeah.
In return.
100%.
But you brought up a good point about pre-ordering, and it's just become such a big problem. And pre-orders are kind of a Kickstarter in its own way.
Kind of, yeah.
It'll like pre-orders in a game store dictate the amount of copies that your store is gonna get. I know in the place I used to work, we could do a midnight launch if we got over 150 or 100 pre-orders or whatever. So it's really indicative of the sales down the line for the company. But don't pre-order from Ubisoft or EA. Just pre-order from the small game companies that are trying shit, and because they're the ones who need to know that there is faith behind their product.
Oh, yeah. Assassin's Creed and Call of Duty are going to sell fucking millions of copies every year.
Yeah.
Like, it's not going to be a, oh, we didn't get the pre-order, so I guess it's done.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I didn't get my keychain.
Yeah.
oh, man, that Odyssey leak.
Oh, we got those in our store.
Yeah.
We could have been the leak.
Yeah. Damn. That would have helped the
Do
channel.
we have more?
Yeah.
Game and Scotch exclusive. Assassin's Creed
know.
Odyssey
We'll
is
talk about
happening.
There's another one.
Here's the keychain.
Guys, we know where Assassin's Creed is next. So Garrett, what do you think of Kickstarters? Have you ever supported one? Have you ever had one?
No, I've never supported one. I've never had one. The only stuff I support in terms of like content that is in the void and doesn't truly exist is like Patreon, where like
Right.
you're kind of like on a more subscription type thing. So
Those
you,
like tangible things you're purchasing, right? Kind of.
no, it's content usually
it's-
when I do it. Like it's usually just videos or like comics or something.
Yeah.
But all of that kind of stuff, it's like I can tap out if I find that they're not, living up
Delivering,
to expectations. Like with ukulele, it's like give us $200 and you'll get this like cool collector's version. But it's like if the game is shit, even that $200 collector version is
That actually brings up a fantastic point. I think that's a really, really Patreon does it well. Like I like the fact that it's monthly, and like if at any point you want to just drop out, you can. So I think that's like
it's very honest. Like you both understand the situation.
Yeah, if games took a turn like that way with like the Kickstarters and went on a monthly subscription basis, it would really hold them to a higher standard in terms of like you have to keep updating every month. You have to make sure that you have stuff to show and that you're actually working on the projects. Otherwise, all your backers will just fuck off. Like,
and this is where it gets weird though, because it is like I said earlier, it's like investors without any like return or the option to sell their stock or anything. So like imagine having like a board of directors that's just like 200,000 people or whatever the number was for ukulele that's judging like your monthly progress. It just becomes very like it's like evolving into the actual like where Kickstarter was like simplifying. It's like now we're back into like this fucking complicated business world.
yeah, and it is 200,000 people or whatever that don't really have very much merit on what the end result is. They don't have that much power to say, this is shit, this is not. I mean, unless
And
you
they
have
all
like a mob
they all
mentality.
have their own dream in their
but-
head of what it should be.
Exactly,
And you
yeah.
get sold on this like
Because there's
picture.
Kickstarter projects that get that many backers and then they just disappear and they take all the money, and at that point you're screwed.
Yeah, like there's no accountability.
Yeah, 100%.
That's scary. I'm scared.
What about
I'm
you?
afraid.
Have
I
you-
shook my pants.
Yeah, you put towards ukulele.
We should
right?
start a bunch of Kickstarters.
Yeah.
Just like make off with the cash like bandits.
Yeah, that's a good idea actually.
I gotta be honest. I didn't back up ukulele.
Oh, did you not?
I didn't.
Yeah.
Just because I knew I was gonna buy it.
That's
But to
fair.
me, that was
That's the
enough
money already.
insurance. Yeah.
Sure.
But at that time, I was super excited. I'm like, this is the Banjo 3E we're getting. But I still had this like.
You got the one that you deserve.
It's okay. Let it out.
You still have this like knowledge.
It's not gonna be it.
Welcome to the Crying Podcast.
I really created this podcast to just let Microsoft know that there are people out there that want another Banjo
That's
game.
what this is.
Give us
Nuts
Banjo,
and
you
bolts
fucks.
Bolts too.
Woo! Yes, bring it back.
Bring it back.
Let me build more cars.
I need to build
for
more
Baron Bird.
Oh my god.
Well, I think that's enough for this topic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sick of
So
it.
I guess we'll sign off there. Thank you so much for joining us. Please like and subscribe and check out our Octopath review. It's
Yes.
pretty good.
Have you ever supported a Kickstarter?
Have you ever?
What a good question.
What a question. Let us know.
Have you?
And was it okay?
Did they
How'd
run
it
off
turn
with
out?
your money?
Did
and
they
then
run?
send you a direct message saying "fuck you"? Thanks for the money,
Yeah.
assholes.
We'll end it there. Have a good one.
Oh my god.
What?
My Wumpa fruit fell in my cup.
Dude.
No. This was actually really good.
Yeah, it was delicious.
Yeah,
oh
yeah,
yeah, we
that
were
was
drinking
phenomenal.
the Wumpa fruit. It's
Oh,
just
yeah.
like a peach martini. Not martini, margarita. It has it had vodka. It had
Oh,
peach
it didn't.
Already fucked
Gin.
tequila.
It was
Tequila,
whiskey.
peach schnapps, cranberry juice, and
I put bleach in mine. Shout out to Dylan for that
not
recommendation.
Dylan, Kevin. Oh
No, it was Dylan. It was Dylan.
was Dylan.
Dylan told me
Shout out
to
to
put bleach
Dylan.
in my drink.
And lime.
and
So
and shout out to Kevin as well.
I may die in the next
Consuela in
little bit.
space. Shout out. Is that what it was? His name?
Soon both Dans will be blind. This is great.
Oh god.
Bleach
One
face.
of
You.
us.
All right.
I have to pee.
All right. We
And
out.
cut.
Peace.